What's that? Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game.
Scores! He did it again!
I just killed him. Before the game, I just killed John Madden because of a stink bomb.
Split special teamers, and now Brown is off to the races. Hurdles, kicks him in.
Giants are coming off a worse week than Harvey Weinstein.
Oh, that was the most exciting thing to happen tonight.
Game's over. Game is finally fucking be over.
Ed, you got to turn your mic on. I think. Got his hand on the button.
And now, our feature program.
Hey guys, how you doing tonight?
Hey Travis, good to see you.
Not too bad.
How is everybody today?
Oh, good. Hey Nate. Hey Jeremy.
Same crap, different day. You know, you guys know this.
Yeah, we do. Any background noise, I do apologize. I got two dogs I'm watching, and they're being very rambunctious right now.
I can't wait to see those two dogs very soon.
Won't see them.
Oh,
Amanda, you are right. We are 4 minutes early. We're never early.
We're early?
Yeah, we're 4 minutes early. We're never
We
early.
start this thing at 8:30.
Usually, and we are at 8:26.
25 from now on.
I feel like it's been forever since I've been on the show, so I have no idea what time this starts or anything anymore.
You must have had a long 2 weeks.
It has been a long 2 weeks with Nate. He played Army for last weekend, and then we're trying to fix the house. Right. And I don't remember what you were doing last Thursday night that you couldn't make it on.
Playing Army.
Was he playing Army? You were playing Army?
It's a 4 day.
Oh. I'm getting points on fantasy already here.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, they just started. They're 12:50 left in the first quarter.
Is your defense playing? Is that what
12:20 left?
No, I have three. I have Jarvis Landry, Peoples Jones, and Ernest Johnson.
What are you watching it on, Jeremy? If you're that far ahead of me.
Huh?
What are you watching it on?
Amazon Prime.
Oh, it's on Prime. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's on Prime.
Ah.
It's the live stream on the Plex hasn't been working well for us.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Bye. So it's like every other day. It's like hit or miss if it'll work or not. So
yeah, I've had issues with it too. I had to try to change something again, but that's all right. All right.
That's some news for some other times.
Yeah. So where did Smitty just go? We were gonna get to him doing college.
I think he said he had to be right back.
Yeah, that's all I heard. Then he turned off his picture. He didn't even put up a picture of him like pooping or peeing.
He needs to make sure he's doing all appropriate things in case the Army finds him before he retires.
Yes, because we're just so popular on here.
Oh,
what'd you do, Smitty? Did you have to go drop the Browns off at the pool?
I had to go murder the dogs.
Ah.
Figuratively speaking.
I just put them in the furthest room from here and shut all the doors. So in case he barks.
They want to be on the YouTubes.
So when we hear them barking, you know they're very loudly barking.
Well, they were just
shoot their way through the wall
and jump all over everything and making all this noise.
Well, they're just having fun.
Outside, but I don't want to outside for an hour and a half.
Yeah, no.
No,
all right.
I'm sure it's getting cold.
All right,
So,
Smitty, you want to get to the college since Chris is still
I
busy
do. Okay.
playing
College
Army?
football.
Well, Navy.
What?
Do you want to get to college because Chris is still playing Navy?
Yes. Yeah, with college football right now. Florida Atlantic, Charlotte, North Texas, UTSA, which is University of Texas San Antonio, Rice, and UAB, University of Alabama, Birmingham, agreed to join the AAC, not the ACC, the AAC.
That's a whole lot of letters, and I don't have a lot of meaning. What does any of that stand for?
What is the AAC, Smitty?
Atlantic Athletic Conference, I believe. And Wichita State is a member of that conference, but they don't play football. So,
like, seriously, don't play football, or
they don't have a team. So I thought that was interesting. But so my question is, a non-college follower care about this?
They're not really. That's not really a big division, so I would say I don't really care. But I guess as long as they're getting more teams, it's always a good thing.
Yeah, they need a lot of teams. They have some. I think Navy's in that team. In that group, Texas is in there. I think. Not Texas, but another Texas team. Obviously, there's a lot of Texas teams.
Well, Texas is only about big, right? On the map.
It's only the second largest state in the country.
Yeah.
Isn't it the same size as Rhode Island?
Yeah, pretty close.
I think Rhode Island actually might be bigger if you count the islands off of Rhode Island.
Oh,
maybe.
Right, yep.
If you just connect all the dots.
There's probably more roads in Rhode Island than there is in Texas.
I don't think I made it to Rhode Island yet, but I will one day.
Be the first honest part of that whole discussion.
That's why it's called Rhode Island. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did not know that. So that was only really college football news that was worth mentioning. I mentioned a little bit later on another news article that I think.
I was going to say there's something else big that happened, but I see that's a little further down.
But big matchups. They're not really big matchups this week coming up. Nothing really happened last week. But Oregon is playing UCLA. UCLA is not ranked, but they're a really good matchup, so I think it's going to be a good game. Ole Miss, who's 12, is playing LSU. And Pittsburgh is playing Clemson. And Pittsburgh's a good team, but I think Clemson's going to beat them, so I think Pittsburgh's going to go down. Okay, also, Coastal Carolina lost.
That's why I just started laughing.
They finally know what the Cajuns feel like.
I find it funny that you had to put it. Did you put that in there?
I did.
I find it funny that you had to write it in there so that way you remembered what to say.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but they lost to Appalachia State.
Oh, jeez.
In final seconds of a field goal game. So
wow.
It was. And Appalachia State, I think, is 5-1.
So it's not like losing to Texas A&M when you're Bama.
Or any team that Cajuns lose. I love the Cajuns, I think. I just had to go Coastal Carolina because they're both cocks. So I'll never be as cool as saying Coastal Carolina as Nate is saying. How do you say it?
Raging Cajuns.
There you go. I cannot be that cool. So top 5 of the football world right now. Number 1, again, is Georgia. Number 2 is Cincinnati. They moved up from number 3 because Iowa State, I think it was, that lost. Oklahoma moved up to number 3. Alabama's number 4, and Ohio State finally broke the top 5.
That's cool.
Does anybody think Cincinnati actually should be there? I mean, they are there, but you put them against any of those other 4 teams, do you think they would actually win?
I don't know if I put them at 2, but hold on. Did Georgia beat out Alabama? Was that Georgia that beat Alabama last week?
No,
2 weeks ago?
It was Arkansas or something like that, Texas A&M, some of those teams.
Really?
Georgia don't play Alabama till the end of the year, most likely.
So I remember this. Whoever beat them jumped from 4-1, and they dropped all the way down to 4, if I remember correctly.
Let's see who beat Alabama. Somebody look that up, or do I gotta look that up? I'll look that up.
Because I think it was like 2 weeks ago.
It was. Where's Chris at when you need him?
I know.
Moving stuff.
Yeah. He's packing and moving.
Am I centered?
Yeah, you're good. You were good. I don't know why you're messing with it.
I felt like I was no longer centered, and I got uncomfortable. So that's why I've been silent, looking up at the top right of my screen.
No, you were good. I've been looking at. I looked at you to make sure you were good.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden you were like moving everything around. Like, what's he doing?
I felt like I was off.
No, this is the first time you've actually been centered from the get-go, and I didn't have to tell you, move your camera up, move your camera down.
And apparently...
Texas A&M beat Alabama.
Ah.
I just said that.
Oh.
We don't listen to Jeremy.
I can't hear you when those two are talking.
I can't hear anything when those two are talking.
Yeah, so that's pretty much all I got for college football and Raging Cajuns. Can't wait to play Coastal Carolina.
So do that again.
Coastal Carolina.
Go Cox!
I think that's South Carolina. The Gamecocks.
They're Gamecocks.
They're Gamecocks too. There's another cock team.
Yes, that they're South Carolina's they have the Go Cock shirts.
Yes, they do. I have a really good friend of mine. Well, I can't remember her name. She must not be that good of a friend. She was a Cox fan because I love Cox.
That's okay. My coworker, before I moved down here, he sent me a picture of this old lady, and she got out of the car to go get gas. She had a Go Cox sweatshirt on, and her license plate said Cox.
That's good.
Sounds like a pretty nice state to live in.
All right, Nate, you said you have a think tank for tonight.
I sure do. I actually have probably next week's as well.
Oh,
okay.
So, this should be pretty simple for you guys.
I hope so.
Tonight's think tank is the top or the most first overall draft picks.
Okay.
What do you mean?
So, in the history of the Super Bowl era and the drafting, which teams have had the most number one first overall draft picks? So, Smitty, you would say, like...
I would say, yes,
Detroit.
like Detroit.
And I'll tell you where Detroit is on this list.
So are we going like we have to be in the top 10, top 15?
Top 15, it's three of you.
Okay.
Number one draft pick, not some other draft. I guess everybody drafts in the first round. Sorry.
Yeah, whoever has the most number one draft picks. So it has to be like the worst teams ever to play. But it's got to be older teams. I'm going to go Bears.
Who's keeping score for me here?
I am, don't worry.
Okay. The Chicago Bears is number 16.
Oh,
they had two first overall draft picks, 1941 and 1947.
That's
all right. Well, I'm still searching for what's it called?
Well, just pick a name.
Betting picks for this week, but I'm going to go with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the losingest franchise in NFL history.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are number 5 with 5 first overall draft picks, 76, 77, 86, 87, and 2015.
All right, Smitty.
You take my pick? I'm going to go with Browns.
That was my next pick.
The Cleveland Browns are number 4. They also had 5 draft picks that year. 5 first-round draft picks, 54, 99, 2000, 2017, and 2018.
I'm going to go New York Jets.
Oh, that was my next pick.
Hang on. I'm trying to highlight so that way I know which ones you guys have picked. You said New York Jets?
Yes.
The New York Jets. New York Jets. The New York Jets are number 29.
Holy crap.
They only had 1 first overall draft pick, and that was in 1996.
What about this year's?
No, number 1.
That was Jacksonville.
First overall draft pick.
I'm going to take the Lonely Lions.
The Detroit Lions. Back up to the top of my list here. Detroit is number 9. They had 4 first overall draft picks. That was 43, 50, 80, and 2009.
Okay, well, I gotta think outside the box because there are teams. I think Atlanta. I'm not saying this. I'm sorry.
I mean, I appreciate.
Detroit, right?
He just said Detroit. I do appreciate when you all talk out loud, especially because I mean, I guess everybody can see us, so I guess it doesn't matter. They can only hear us or not.
Come on,
I'm used to
Smitty.
being on a radio style show.
No.
Why no?
The Colts.
Who?
The Colts. The Baltimore Colts. Not the Indianapolis Colts, but the Colts.
The Indianapolis Colts.
They've had at least 2 in the recent years.
Are number 1.
Oh.
With
7
first overall draft picks, 55, 67, 83, 90, 92, 98, and 2012.
Wow.
Wait, how Landry's off IR?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
I totally picked him up yesterday.
I have him in one of my fantasy leagues, and he's been in my IR slot. I'm like, when's he coming back? Jarvis Landry.
Jarvis Landry.
Oh yeah, he came back.
Yep.
Let's see. I gotta get on the board if I even want to try and compete in this. Let's go San Francisco 49ers.
I think it's a terrible pick.
I think so too.
Let me just scroll down this list real quick. The 49ers are number 15.
Oh, I'm on the board.
They had 3 first overall number 1 draft picks, 53, 64, and 05.
I'm going to go with the Washington, formerly known as the Redskins.
I like that pick.
The Washington football team. Washington football team is number 21.
Yes.
They have 2 first overall draft picks, 48 and 62.
Wow.
You know, I'm going with what I consider when I was growing up, crappy teams were. So that's what I'm going with now because I can't think of who it is now. Because we already went through all those teams. A team that was really bad. Did we say Arizona yet? I'm going with the Cardinals. That was a team that was really bad for a long time.
That was one you didn't want to say, and then
Yeah.
The Arizona Cardinals, life partner, number 3.
Oh, there you go.
5 first overall draft picks, 39, 40, 45, 58, and 19. No pressure, Thick.
Yeah. Let's go with.
I can hear the clock behind me ticking. It's so quiet.
I would go with the team that I whispered out. That's what I would go with. But I don't do it. You don't remember what it was?
I'm gonna go with. I probably shouldn't. No, I don't think they have that many. I'm gonna go with the Bengals.
The Cincinnati Bengals are at number 8.
Yes.
They had 4 first overall draft picks, 94, 95, 2003, and 2020.
Thank God. I'm
Jeremy.
tied with Jeremy.
You are now up.
Let's go with the. Let's go with the Green Bay Packers. They've been around forever, so towards the beginning they probably had a few.
See, I was thinking the same thing.
But they were good at the beginning.
I don't think they have any.
So the Green Bay Packers are at number 17.
Oh.
Yes.
They had 2 first overall draft picks, 1957 and 1959.
Didn't I say they probably had a few back in the day?
Mhm.
Apparently, that's all they ever had.
This will be our last go around.
Well, Smitty still got to get for this round.
Oh,
When he
you're
gets
right.
this round, he's winner.
No, because if you both get it right this time, I get one wrong. We're all
No.
tied, right?
No,
I was gonna go one more round.
You take
Okay.
a two pick lead if you get this one.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm one ahead of you all right now. Is what you're saying?
Yes.
Yep.
And it's
with
your turn
one
to
pick
pick.
still to go.
Well, allow me to put you all down by using your fucking football team. Excuse my French. The Patriots were terrible forever until that one Super Bowl they went to in '85. Yes, and then they got what's the name? So I'm saying the Patriots got like 9, but I'm going with Patriots.
I
The
don't
New
have
England
9, the number
Patriots-
one.
number
team.
1 had 7.
Yeah.
New England Patriots are at number 10 with 4. 1971, 82, 84, and 93.
93,
So-
I think that's when they picked up Bledsoe.
I sucked you with your own
Bledsoe
team.
was 93.
Yeah.
Here's your top 20. The Tennessee Titans, they had 2, 73, 78. The Giants had also 2, 51, 65. Vikings 2, 61, 68. The Green Bay Packers, which we got, 57, 59. The Chicago Bears are at 16. They have 2, 41 and 47. 49ers is at the top 15. They had 3. Pittsburgh Steelers also had 3. 1942, 56 and 70. Eagles 3, 36, 37, 49.
Mm-hmm.
Texans 3, 2002, 2006, 2014.
That's a terrible team. That's a very short period of time.
The Dallas Cowboys are the last team to have 3. There are 11, 74, 89, and 91.
Yeah.
These, the next 4 all have 4. The New England Patriots are 10. Detroit Lions, 1943, 50, 80, 2009. Cincinnati Bengals, 1994, 95, 03, 2020. Buffalo, 69, 72, 79, 85.
Yeah, they weren't good.
Atlanta Falcons, number 6, 66, 75, 88, 01.
That's what I said was Atlanta.
You all got 5, 4, and 3. Those were all 5. That was the Bucks, Browns, and Cardinals. The one that you didn't get, the Los Angeles Rams, also had 7.
I wouldn't have thought. Wait, I didn't hear you say Dolphins.
I only gave you the top 20. The Los Angeles Rams, 7, 1938, 52, 60, 63, 97, 2010, 2016. Now, Smitty said, but Nate, you didn't say the Dolphins.
So they have less. Do they have less than 2?
I said that was only the top 20. So
It could be tied with 2.
On the back side of it, the Miami Dolphins, number 27, had 1 first overall draft pick.
And that was Ted Ginn Jr.
in 2008.
Ted Ginn Jr.
Now, how many teams do you think have never had a first overall draft pick?
Are we talking about teams that don't exist anymore? Like
Nope,
the
they are actively playing teams.
I'm going to say
present
3.
day. There's 3 teams.
I was going to go with 3 also.
The 3 we should go with, we are looking at the...
You each get 1 guess. 1 guess each.
Okay.
Because there's 3 teams. You each got to pick one of those.
All right, Thick, you're up first.
I am going to go with...
This is 2 points.
That's not fair.
Feeling gamey tonight.
I'm winning. I should be able to go first.
No, Thick goes first.
I'm going to go with the Kansas City Chiefs.
They had 1
Damn it.
in 13.
The Dallas Cowboys.
They had 2.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right. They were on the list already.
Yeah. Smitty, all you got to do is guess right.
Well, you named 20 of the teams.
Yeah.
You just named 1, so I got to name one of those teams that weren't named, which I can't remember most of them.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm going with Denver Broncos.
The funny part is, I was thinking Broncos, but I'm like, no, they had 1. I could have sworn they had 1. I could have sworn, what's his face? Elway was the number 1 draft pick overall.
He was not. He was drafted in the first round with 45 other great quarterbacks, but he was not the first one.
So, the Baltimore Ravens, the
I was
Denver
thinking
Broncos,
Ravens,
and the
too.
Seattle Seahawks have never had the first overall draft pick.
I thought about
The
the
New York
Seahawks.
Jets beat them out.
I thought the Seahawks. I'm like, no, I think the Seahawks had 1, but I can't remember. But I'm like,
the issue is any of the more recent teams got, when they started up, they got a number 1 draft pick to start.
Right.
So it skews the numbers.
What's crazy though is in the teams that have 1, the Panthers.
Yeah, Carolina.
Yeah.
I was gonna do Carolina, but then I remembered, wait, they had Cam Newton was the number 1 draft pick.
The Jaguars, the Chiefs, the Panthers and Jaguars make sense that they would have. I guess not. They would expect them to have more. The Chiefs had 1, the Raiders had 1, Chargers, Smitty's Dolphins, and the Saints. I would have swore the Saints had more because they were just as bad as the Patriots were.
Yeah, they were pretty awful.
Terrible team for a long time.
But it just goes to show that Detroit and Cleveland, And
Ran
the
away with
Patriots
it.
were just that much worse.
It just goes to show that who was the top team? Colts, I guess not so. Where was it the Browns? Browns have just always been bad.
Yeah, the Colts and Rams have the most.
Yeah, but Browns are like 6 or something.
4.
4. Okay,
Now,
they've been around forever.
Mhm.
They have 4 number 1 draft picks, and they can't get any good.
well, so I wanted to share this as well, which works out because we didn't have much content this week anyway.
Yeah.
The quarterbacks taken first overall, there were 34 of them, and the most recent was this year. Running backs, anybody want to take a stab at them? How many?
How many running backs were drafted?
Let's go 12.
Think is that high?
I'm gonna go with 10.
Who's over under?
I'm gonna go 10.
So the under. Smitty, you can take the over.
I'm going over. Well, most recently it's been quarterbacks. Ooh, that's a good point. Oh,
It's probably like.
I'm
6,
going to go
actually.
over and say 16.
23.
Wow.
The last one taken at number 1 was 95. Defensive lineman.
Wait. Who was the running back taken in 95? Come on.
I just have numbers. I don't have names.
Wouldn't that
Hold on,
be
hold on.
your guy, Jeremy?
That wasn't.
he was, no, Emmett was already in the league.
Oh.
I'm going to say it was Carter. 95 had to be from Penn
Carter?
State.
All right.
Jana Carter, something like that.
While that gets looked up, defensive backs.
5.
Over under.
Over.
I'm going under.
1956.
Oh wow.
Wide receivers / tight ends.
3.
No, it's Smitty's turn to guess.
Oh yeah.
I like that, Gus. I'm going with 3.
Over under.
I'm gonna go
over.
I'm gonna go under.
Over. 5. Last one that was taken was 96.
You said 93?
93 was the last running back.
He's in 95 because in
Yeah,
95
running back.
See, the Bengals drafted in 94 and 95 back-to-back number 1s.
Yeah.
And the second one was a running back that turned into nothing. I think his name was Carter.
It was Kaijan or Kijana.
I remember it well because my sister was freaking the frick out about
from Penn State.
Number 1 in a row.
From Penn State.
Offensive lineman.
Go ahead, Jeremy.
Travis? Oh, okay. Let's go with 6.
I'm gonna go under.
Can I go under with him?
Yeah, if you want to.
I'm going under with him. I'm going to say 2.
I'm gonna go 1.
6.
Really?
Oh!
Yeah. Most recent 2013.
Winner, chicken dinner right there.
2013, was that right? No, I was in Afghanistan, so that can't be right.
Eric Fisher, offensive tackle.
Oh, from Michigan, right? Michigan?
He's looking at the list right now.
Central Michigan. I am now because I was looking up the people. Well, no, I don't. I'm not counting how many.
Who did Fisher go play for? He played for
Kansas City. Drafted by Kansas City.
All right. Linebackers.
Travis.
Didn't we do defensive backs already?
That's different.
But they're different.
Oh.
But back in the 70s and stuff, they weren't really considered different, so I
Yeah.
wouldn't count any of those, so it's going to be a small number.
I'm gonna go with 2.
I'm gonna say
All right.
over.
I'm going over 2. I'm going to say, 6.
I was thinking 4.
4 is correct. 1988 was the most recent. All right, fellas. This is the very last one.
All right,
Defensive
Smitty.
lineman.
That's you, Smitty.
It's you, Smitty. What do you think?
I'm going with 4.
I'm gonna say over.
I'm gonna go under.
Over.
Is the most? What's
15.
the most recent? Would the most recent be what's that? 3-4 years ago was the lineman picked as the number 1 draft pick.
Oh, you got the list.
2017.
Oh, Miles Garrett?
I think so, yeah.
He's him, though, isn't he?
Defensive.
I don't know.
lineman,
We
though.
have computers and technology.
Hold on.
Because Clowney was a first-round draft pick or first
You
one.
said-
He's a
you said
defensive end.
2017.
Yeah. Then it has to be Clowney.
Where...
has to be.
Nope, it was Myles Garrett taken by the Browns.
All right, Smitty.
It was weird. So, like, the list I pulled up had, like, 2013, and I scrolled down. When I was scrolling down, I thought I went to 93, so I almost scrolled down to 93. So I had, like, 2013 to 93 shown, and I'm like, there's no information on any of these things right now.
That was a very interesting list. I liked it.
That was. All right, time for Smitty's thingamajig.
Yeah, the thingamajig.
Here's my thingamajig. Okay, just so I'm gonna name a name. You can tell me if this person belongs in the World of Fame.
So we're gonna go with 5 people tonight. Sound good, Smitty?
In the World War Fame?
The World of Fame, yes.
Oh,
okay.
Not the World War Fame.
Okay. I did some really easy ones last week. Just so you know, Nate, I also did what was his name? Eli Manning, in case you want to give us your 2 cents on that real quick before we go on.
Oh, he should be inducted first time.
Okay.
No.
But so your favoritism, your bias kind of showed up right here.
Yeah,
no,
that was quick.
And just because you win Super Bowls shouldn't make you automatically in it.
True.
I think he is deserving of being in it, but I think he's like a second, third look. But because he's a Manning, he's going to go in first.
Oh my God, I forgot. One of those two said the exact same thing.
I did. We both
that
did.
Was me almost word for word saying he shouldn't get he'll get it
I
because he won Super
Word
Bowls.
for word was definitely Jeremy. So.
Yeah.
Okay, now I didn't mark anybody off my list from last week, so I may double up on someone. I apologize if I do. But
That's okay. I won't remember.
First one, Terrell Suggs.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was a very in-depth or critical player to their championship runs, and he was a player you had to note where he was at all times.
Yeah. He was too dangerous.
Everybody agree?
Yeah.
Okay.
He'll probably be a second ballot. No, he has that big name. He'll probably be a first ballot.
Yeah.
Okay, now, and this is what we'll do because, then Travis, you decide on this one, and the other two can agree with you or disagree. How about that?
All right.
Sure.
Frank Gore.
Oh. If he's still playing this year, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, he's getting up there. He's been around the league for a while, so.
No, but when he retires after 5 years.
Right. I know.
Wasn't Frank Gore originally drafted by the San Francisco 49ers?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think he'll
I'm gonna go with
outplay
yes.
Brady.
You what?
I think he's gonna outplay.
He's gonna outplay Brady.
It's gonna be.
I'm actually more impressed by his record of games than I am Brady's because he's
a running back.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
that's why I asked if he was still in the league. I'm like, he's been around for a long while. Yeah, I'm just like, he's been around for a long while, so I'm gonna say, yeah, because in his heyday, he was like incredibly hard to take down and just incredibly strong runner, and he's still a good producing running back. So I'm gonna go with yes. He's gonna probably be a second look guy though.
Oh, he better be first look, but wholeheartedly, that man deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
You think so, Jeremy?
I think it's going to be a second or third ballot. The issue is he's never won a championship, I don't believe.
No, I don't think so.
And he's bounced around the league where he hasn't been that high commodity, everyone wants him kind of player. He's been a versatile player that continues to produce. But after his first little stint in San Francisco, he hasn't really done much.
Okay, cool.
So he will do it just because he has the amount of games and the yardage and all that kind of stuff.
But he won't be a guaranteed first round, first look.
No, definitely not.
You swayed me, Jeremy. I think I lean more. I think he'd probably be like a third, fourth.
But you all agree that he will end up being the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, he will.
Yeah.
He better at least.
Okay, Nate.
Yes.
You got any?
There's another one you need to bring up from last week for Nate.
No, I'm not doing him.
A former tight end. A Sharp.
Oh yeah, fine. Sharp, Sterling Sharp, Shannon Sharp, whatever Sharp it was. Sterling Sharp. Your Green Bay Packer tight end. Do you think
for your team?
Oh.
He doesn't like. He's like, I don't know who he is.
Well, I get Shannon and Sterling confused.
Yeah.
Most people do.
So that tells me that no, he don't go in the Hall of Fame.
I think he's a chub, even though
Sounds
he does have a super. Not a chub. Who friggin'
Manning?
the Gore.
Oh,
I think he's a Gore. Where I think he does have a Super Bowl ring, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe he was playing for Green Bay when they won. Yes.
And I'm pretty sure it was either his finger that Favre broke or Donald Driver's finger he broke in that season. But yeah, I think he deserves to be in it. I think he's one of the more. But
Well, Jeremy made a really good point. He only played 7 years, but then again, people talking about Mahomes dying tomorrow and still being in the Hall of Fame. So you know what? I don't think how many years you play matters.
in a world where Eli Manning's going to go in first look, there's nothing that says.
Good point. Okay, Nate. This person, Adrian Peterson.
Ooh. No.
Any particular reason why?
The whole child beating thing and all of that and being suspended, I think that's. I think he'll probably go in. Do I think he deserves to go in? I think any time that there's such a serious off-field issue, that person should not go into the Hall of Fame. Especially if Pete Rose can't get into the Baseball Hall of Fame for gambling, then I think beating your children, wives, girlfriends, murdering people. Oh, wait, somebody's already in the Hall of Fame that may have killed somebody. I feel like those people should not be looked at going in, especially if they were found guilty.
Okay. Anybody disagree with him or agree with him?
No, I'll agree with that.
I think the NFL is going to put him in because they don't care what you do off the field. They care about what you do on the field.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be a Hall of Famer. Probably not a first ballot, but he will get in.
By the time he gets in, they'll probably have forgotten about it.
Okay, 2 more. I'm just going to throw this one out there. Y'all got a chance to answer for each one first, so this one, whoever wants to grab it. Jason Whitton.
Who?
The former tight end of Dallas?
Cowboy.
Yes.
Yeah.
The former NFL, or what was it, Fox he did for less than a season?
Yeah. No. I don't think anything significant. No. I mean, am I missing
He's
something?
only one of the 2 tight ends that's had 1,000 catches in his career.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
One other person did that was Tony Gonzalez.
Well,
He also has
Tony
11
Gonzalez is in the Hall of Fame, so
Yeah.
I mean, sure.
Pro Bowls.
Well, now when you lay out his pedigree, then yes.
Anybody disagree?
No, he's going to get in. He has the catches, the yardage, the length of time. He produced numbers. That team never seemed to win anything.
No, he's kind of counted that team right when they started going down and never,
I also think it depends on the other people in consideration for that draft class.
That's a good point. Or, yeah, you're right. That's a very good point. And the last one, easy for everybody. Adam Vinatieri.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yep.
There's not many kickers in the Hall of Fame.
Nope.
If he doesn't make it right away, then
good luck any kicker ever getting in if he can't make it in.
Let's see how many there is. There's actually only 2 kickers in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
and
he's
Vinatieri won.
Yeah, he was one of the most prolific clutch kickers probably to ever play the game, and he has more points than anybody in the league.
And he has Super Bowl rings.
Yes,
several.
Multiple with multiple teams.
Multiple teams, yeah.
I think Adam Vinatieri will make it he'll be number 3, and then was it Justin Turner or Tucker?
Tucker.
For his
Tucker 4.
For his 2 NFL record-setting kicks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, that was my 5. Do you think they should be?
I enjoyed that. That was very nice.
All right. You ready, guys? Ready to get to the NFL crap?
Yes.
I have one question.
Yes.
Smitty.
Yes.
How are you, a loyal Dolphins fan, going to handle the fact that your team lost in London to a rookie quarterback who's a rookie has never won in London. Thoughts?
That's not our news. That's an opinion piece.
Yeah, well, we're loosely
opinion-based
scripted.
show.
We're loosely based tonight.
There got to be a first time for everything. I didn't play the game.
Hey, I heard the Watsons are going to Miami. or Watsons.
I had no idea that no rookie ever won in England, but I mean,
he's the first rookie to ever win in England.
How many times does rookie go play there? Actually, come on.
Yeah.
Very, very infrequently.
Yep.
Yeah. No. Someone had to lose.
Somebody did have to lose, and it should not have been the team that I went with.
It should not have been the Dolphins for sure. The Dolphins the Dolphins did everything they could to lose the game in the first half, and the Jags did everything they could to give Miami the game in the second half. And
Miami couldn't even do that.
Crap play calling.
Miami couldn't even win correctly. Well, speaking of Miami, so Smitty, there's rumors that the Miami Dolphins are in talks with the Houston Texans for a trade for Deshaun Watson. He still has an ongoing court case. Do you actually think that Miami should be even thinking about it?
No, I'm going to go first. It's my team. No, it's too many draft picks. If it was just like Tua for Watson and Miami gave up next year's number 1, next year's number 3, and the year after that number 2 or something like that, cool.
Hypothetically, what if there's a stipulation in there if for any reason he misses a season, that draft pick doesn't get. So say they do like 3 number 1s, but if he misses one of the seasons because of these allegations, they don't get that draft pick because he can't play that season.
Because Tua isn't the problem, and I'll say that now. Because Watson's not going to win off his back. It's plain and simple. When we were talking about this, I was looking at the numbers, and these are the numbers for Tua. Okay, they're not outstanding. Don't get me wrong, but he has played 12 games.
Yeah.
He is 7-5 as a starter.
It's not awful.
No, I would expect that for his professional career.
This is kind of low. He has 2,358 yards passing in 12 games. That's about 200 yards a game. I get that. But he's only completed 236 passes, which is 10 yards a pass. He has 65% completion rating. He has a QB rating of 88, which isn't wonderful, but it's not terrible.
Yeah.
He has 130. He has 14 throwing touchdowns, 7 interceptions. Now, I looked at the interceptions. I looked at all 7 interceptions. 4 were supposed to be caught by our guys and should have been caught. So only 3 were actually his mistake. He has 130 yards rushing and 4 rushing touchdowns. So he has 28 touchdowns by himself in 12 games. He's not the problem.
This is the first time Smitty's ever said this.
No, I still want to hear Herbert, but you don't take Tua, who is the problem when you put Watson, because Watson may get out of the pocket or something, but he's not going to win effectively with the team that's around him.
Yep.
Tua is not the problem, and I'm not a fan of Tua.
No.
But I was like, okay, let me look at this, and I looked at this.
So
he has 12 games.
So what's the problem?
No offensive line.
Agree.
Defense isn't blocking, and play calling is atrocious. It's too, what they're going to do. Not even that you're going to do. It's just it starts with the offensive line, and also our defensive line can't get pressure on the quarterback.
Yep.
Yeah, it seems like your defense has stepped back from last year.
So I heard a report today that I'm not sure who it was, but someone was talking about it's someone who's been a press guy for the Dolphins for like 20 plus years, and he was on a radio. I don't remember who it was, but he was on one of the NFL Sirius XM NFL radio shows talking with the guys, and they said, "What happened to Miami's defense? I thought when we were down there at camp, they looked good. Apparently." Kyle Van Noy was one of the players that would call the coaches out for their BS. And he was keeping them honest, which isn't worth $12 million a year.
No.
Which he was under contract for. But you need that veteran presence on that defense that has the pull to call a coach out if what they're saying just doesn't work.
And that's true because there's really no veterans on that defense. I mean,
so that's what they were saying is once he left and they got rid of someone else too, who also wasn't a very good player, but he was that veteran presence that really kind of gave stability to that.
Oh, I hated that he went where he went. And the same thing is, I think Miami was actually playing with heart because of Fitzpatrick. I think Fitzpatrick was the soul of that team.
Oh, yeah. Now, wasn't there another team where players were, like, somebody said the team was undisciplined? I heard this today.
That was Miami back with, what's his name, coaching?
No, like, the players, like, the whole locker room, the players, coaches, it's all, like, a joke to them. What team is this?
The Jaguars?
Jaguars?
Is it Jaguars?
Yeah, because nobody cares for their head coach.
Yeah, and I heard that one.
I know that they're doing pretty well in Tennessee. And Texas, the Texans are doing well in the locker room. They're okay there. But I think there's issues in the locker room at Jacksonville. I don't think there's issues in the locker room at Miami yet, but there's going to be. And Flores, I love Flores. I think Flores is a great coach. And I think Flores got Tua forced on him. But once he got Tua, I think he was going to work Tua. And I think the higher up, Ross,
ownership.
I want the guy from Texas. You can't do that to this freaking quarterback we have. You can't have those rumors going around. You just can't do that to this kid.
Yeah.
Well,
you don't give up 3 first-round draft picks for a guy that's not going to win and get you in the playoffs this year.
Well, I want to say on topic, but off team, the Bears.
Yes.
Let's talk about the Bears quarterbacks. Can we?
Yes.
Sure. We can.
Do we think, or I think that it may not necessarily be the coach's thought or idea to keep Fields in? I think it might be ownership.
It definitely is. Well, ownership wants their first round draft pick toy in there, showing the fans, getting the fans excited for Bears football. Unfortunately, that team is just a dumpster fire right now. And the longer he's in there, the more likely he's going to end up hurt and out for multiple games. I mean, every week it seems like he's end of the game. He's questionable going into next week because of some new injury.
Yep.
I definitely think that they might be hurting Fields more than helping him right now. Like, I can understand like playing experience, but if you want to at least make a push to be competitive, why wouldn't you put Dalton, or they still have Nick Foles too?
Yep. Foles, yep.
So why wouldn't you put one of these other two veteran quarterbacks in? Like, you could easily pawn it off at, Dalton's feels better.
Because ownership. Well, how many times did the coach come out saying,
I'm back.
Dalton's going to be our starter.
Yep.
When he's healthy, he's our starter. Well, guess what? He's healthy now. And
he's not the starter.
From upper management, from probably ownership, they said, listen, the fans want to see Fields. He's our starter from now on.
Yeah.
I don't like owners.
No,
I don't like meddling owners.
Yeah.
Where owners, if they're going to sit back, they hire the right people to do the job. They're just there to enjoy this game and collect their money every week.
Mm-hmm.
They're billions of dollars.
I wish I was one of those owners.
I do too.
You are.
Yeah, but I don't get paid billions of dollars. I don't get anything. I get discounts on stuff that people can't get.
That's what happens when you only have one share, right, Nate?
he had to pay for that too. He didn't even
pay
for it.
Yeah. All right, so
that's probably the most worthless stock I've ever.
Does anyone else think that Miami should trade for him? Because don't answer that question.
No.
No. Though if they were, I would lean on the terms that Jeremy just mentioned, where, say it's 2 1s and a 2, and if he misses at more than half the season, that pick turns into like a 6 or a later pick.
I guarantee you there's going to be some kind of stipulation that if he's out because of for any circumstance related to this court thing, that a pick will change or not exist anymore in the trade.
Yeah, but see, that's a good trade on the Texans' part because they get rid of the player.
Mm-hmm.
They don't play. If he sits, they still get a draft pick, and they couldn't have played him anyhow if he stayed with the team because he'd be sitting either way. And if he doesn't sit and he plays, they get a number 1 draft pick. So it's a good deal for Texas.
Yeah, because right now Texas is just sitting him, even though he's eligible to play right now. Texas is just sitting him until like further notice.
Okay. Follow-up question. If he were to get traded, would the NFL have the balls to then put him on the commissioner's exempt list till this whole thing blows over?
Well, that's the question because, the NFL has to approve the whole thing anyway, so.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Would they do that?
Well, it wouldn't be the first time they've done that because they almost did that with Antonio Brown when he came to the Patriots.
Yeah, but this is 23 separate.
Yeah. This wasn't just
a
one
lot.
thing.
What do you think? Would they?
Big Ben.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So let's
No, wait, Nate. What do you think? Do you think they would?
What? Take Watson?
Do
trade him?
you think the NFL would put him on the commissioner's exempt list if they said, "Oh, he's starting"? If they traded him to Miami and said, "Oh, he's our starting quarterback from now on"?
Probably.
Do you?
I even think that they would put him on the commission. Well, I feel like they would have put him on the commissioner's exempt list even if he isn't starting.
just the minute he gets traded.
But
Yeah, it would sell tickets. If people want to sell tickets, mine would be okay with it. They just want money. They want revenue. They want conversations.
The question, but I guarantee Miami would come back and say, but he's been eligible to play this first 7 weeks. He wasn't on the commissioner exempt list. Why all of a sudden now is he going to be on the commissioner exempt list? The backlash from the NFLPA would be ridiculous. That, oh, hey, there's nothing proven. There's no criminal charges. There's civil charges.
Yep.
So the thing that I keep hearing that makes way too much sense is show up to him, say on Monday morning, hey, you're starting this week. You're taking first team reps. If he refuses to play, then you can release him. Or you can start docking his pay. You can fine him.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what Houston should have been doing since day one.
Yep. Force him to play.
Force him to play, and if he's not going to play, you suspend him, and you fine him for conduct detrimental to the team. That becomes a slippery slope then, because then other players will look at that and say, "Oh, that's the way they treat their franchise quarterback. I don't want to go there."
See, this is why I'll be a terrible owner, because I give a damn. I will treat you how I want to treat you. You are my employee. If you don't want to play, you can sit for 7 years, and I don't care. You're not playing for someone. I would not bow down to any of these players. That's just me, though. You know why? Because I'm made of money, and I will get more players to play for me, and we'll win or we will lose. But guess what? I'm still making money.
Yep.
The issue is that the players, you get a big name player that's very favorable to other players. Now he's going to have a bunch of other players say, "Well, if you're going to find him, we're not going to play either. You can find us."
Well, yeah, I get that. I'm like, look at Aaron Rodgers. I like Aaron Rodgers. I loved him. What was going on with him in Green Bay, I didn't like at all. No. I'm like, fuck you, Aaron. But that's just me. But I love Aaron. It's just, I don't know. I'll shut up now.
All right.
What do you mean? I like the voice in the sky.
Well, I think I'm not supposed to do on
Is
YouTube.
that you, Lord?
All right, let's move on to another quarterback.
I think you can. Can you not smoke cigarettes on YouTube?
I don't think they don't complain.
I think cigarettes are okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, cigarettes are.
Cigarettes.
I'm joking.
Don't blow his spot up. Come on.
What is it? CBD cigarettes?
Yes.
Cigarette. But, by the way, folks, in case you all didn't know, I started smoking cessation on Tuesday.
You're going to quit smoking?
Yeah, I took those pills. I'm taking those pills.
Ah, yeah.
And
The Dream Makers?
yes.
Oh, my God. I fucking love those.
Oh, my God. I forgot how good those dreams were. Because the lady's like, you have these dreams. I was like, dude, I didn't say dude. I said, I was in Afghanistan. I was giving pills there, too. Those malaria pills.
They are what I would consider equal to what taking acid would be, but while you're sleeping.
Right. So, and then she said that, it was going to stop my craving for the cigarettes. And I don't crave this at all. I'm just smoking it out of habit right now. And it tastes like crap.
Well, that's helpful.
He's a habit person more than he needs it. He has that habit. He has to do it.
I have this habit. I have to have something in my hand and my mouth at the same time.
That's what he said.
live. Everything. That is priceless. You can
Good
go
thing
get that
watches
somehow.
us.
What time are we at right now?
We're at almost an hour. All right, let's get this thing
Hour,
moving.
10 minutes.
Oh, don't be surprised if you see an advertisement for Talking Stuff pop up on the live, because I did advertise on this station.
All right, so Baker Mayfield re-injured his shoulder, and they're playing tonight. So the Browns are. Do you think he will go on IR and have surgery or play through the rest of the season? Nate?
I want to say he'd probably play through it. I don't think he's a type of competitor that would want to sit out. I feel like he's very Matt Stafford like, and kind of hard headed a little bit. And I think he would, and he's cocky enough and arrogant enough probably to know that the Browns' best chance of winning is probably with him throwing the ball, even if he's only at 40%.
Which is why I had the follow-up question. But
yeah, well, don't worry. I wanted to see what.
I know. I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to cut it over. I'm just saying.
Smitty, what do you think?
Well, I'm just wondering. Okay, if he plays through with the brace or whatever it is, or he don't get surgery yet, he gets a hit again. How much more damage can be done to it to where maybe damage permanently, where surgery is not going to be the answer, and he gets to retire?
I think the case was that what he did last week was pretty much the worst case scenario, the injury point. Now it's just if he can deal with the pain.
So it's all pain management.
So what I heard was it's now so originally it was a partially torn labrum in his non-throwing shoulder.
Yeah.
Right.
I believe now it's fully torn. So the worst case now is it hurts. End of the year, he needs surgery. So I don't think there is any more, in theory, damage that can be done to the current injury if he continues to play or not. Is from what I understand.
Where's Chris at when you need him?
Yeah. So Case Keenum started tonight and actually isn't doing too bad for the Browns tonight.
He's the former starter for the Minnesota Vikings that year. They went to the playoffs, I believe.
Yeah, the magical season.
You know that magical missing the tackle by 10 miles. The same player.
Yeah. So do you think he's going to be adequate enough or competitive enough now to keep the Browns as a possible contender for this for the playoffs this year?
Playing pretty damn well right now.
Yeah,
I think he is. I think if the Browns were smart, they tell Baker, "Hey, listen, this isn't our year. We're already 3-3, hopefully 4-3 after tonight. Get your surgery, get it early. That way you get rehab done, and that way come off-season stuff, you're fully healed and ready to go."
I think Case Keenum has the ability to keep them afloat, and I think he should get the surgery now in hopes that there is a playoff push and he could be back for the playoffs.
That's what I was wondering. Would he be back for the playoffs if that happened?
I don't know what the timeline is on the surgery recovery time frame, because I know it's a fully torn labrum, so I'm not sure what kind of.
I mean,
you're probably talking minimum 12 weeks.
The perk to it though is it's his non-throwing arm, so really, and they could put him on the IR, ready to return or whatever, and they can bring him back. You know,
but so there
with
is
3 weeks to come actually play.
But there is a.
You have 3 weeks to bring him back.
Yes, but you have to bring him back prior to a certain date, I think, in order for him to play in the postseason.
Yeah, I think it's like the last 4 weeks of the season or something like that.
Yeah, so you'd have to activate him prior to that.
So let's go down this road. Say the Browns with Case Keenum wins every game to the last 4, and then they can bring back him. They can bring back Mayfield. Do you bring back Mayfield?
No.
They run the gambit from this point on?
You run it with Case Keenum.
Yeah.
You bring back your young starting quarterback that you drafted and put all that money in because you don't want to break that kid's psyche.
No, you tell him, "Hey, listen, we want you back to start next year. We're going to get rid of Case in the offseason. His he has the highest potential right now for draft trade, and we can get you more weapons.
Nope.
I'm glad we disagree. I don't know what I would do.
Yeah. I'm with Jeremy. I would ride the old man to the promised land as long as you could.
I would have your doctors tell him, hey, listen, you're almost there. You're just not quite ready yet. And just keep saying that every week till it's too late to have him come back.
See, no. If I was the head coach, I'd say, Mayfield, when you're ready to come back in, you're our starting quarterback. You're the starting quarterback. And if I was Case Keenum, I would be telling Baker Mayfield the same thing. Hey, I am just keeping the seat warm, keeping your car ready for you. So when you're ready, here's the keys. This is your car, your show, you're driving.
No, if I was Case Keenum, I'd say, hey, listen, this is my opportunity to get myself another starting gig.
Yep.
I'm going to do everything I can to make sure we win.
So you're saying, who's saying that you stay with Case Keenum, and who's saying you go back to Mayfield?
If you run the table from here on, you stay with Case Keenum
Yep.
through it all. And
The Watsons are picking Case Keenum.
It's like in hockey where you ride the hot goalie as long as he's hot.
Well, this is two New England Patriots people that understand what you do when you are doing well. Your quarterback goes out, you put someone else in there, and you stay with them.
You stay with him for 20-plus years.
Yeah.
He was the younger of the two quarterbacks at that point.
He was, but he was the hot hand. And even though they brought Bledsoe back for one playoff game that he won, they ended up going right back to Brady.
He finished it up. He didn't play the whole game.
Yes,
he
didn't play
finished
the
up
whole
the game to the wind.
Well, I mean, that's what happened when Miami's undefeated season 72. A lot of people don't know this is Greasy got injured, broke his arm or his leg or something like game 5. And Earl Morrall played all the way into the Super Bowl, and then they started Greasy again for the Super Bowl.
Really?
Yep. It's because it didn't matter who the heck the quarterback was in 72. The running team and their defense.
Yeah.
They didn't throw.
All the quarterback had to do was turn in hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like,
the coach could have done that.
All right, so let's get to the 6 worst teams with the worst records: the Lions, the Seahawks, the Giants, the Falcons, the Dolphins, and the Jaguars. Which, or if any of them, do you think has the best shot of making the playoffs this year?
None.
None. Jerry says none. Nate.
I would say Seahawks if Russell Wilson was healthy, but with him going down, I don't think Geno Smith has the capabilities to do what Russell does with that team.
All right, Nate, you got any other thoughts?
I do. I was gonna say the Seahawks, but Jeremy is right with the whole Russell Wilson thing.
Yep.
Giants.
And you gotta look at the teams that are in their conference. I mean, their division.
Exactly.
You know how good they are. Like the
Cowboys seem to be running that league right now with the Giants in it.
They'd have to be a wild card. They're not going to win the division. So which one of these is going to be a wild card?
Not the Lions.
I don't see any of them.
The Seahawks are the only possibility.
See, I don't know if this is a bias now that I'm a repressed Dolphins fan of some sort. I think the Dolphins could. The AFC East is so shaky that they could get a wild card.
I don't think a wild card's coming out of the AFC East.
And I mean,
you've got the AFC North that is stacked right now.
Out of the Seahawks, to me, the Dolphins on this list would.
If they win the games they should have won, like against the Jaguars, but they should beat Atlanta. They won't, but they should. They might actually go 8-7. Wait,
and 9, maybe they'll sweep the Patriots.
Maybe they will.
Maybe they will.
Yeah, and if you notice, I didn't put Cleveland or Kansas City on this list. They are the bottom 2 on the other ones, but they're both 3-3, and they are not bad teams.
All right.
I find it hilarious that Kansas City's
I think it's great.
At the bottom of the list.
That's what I'm saying. That I don't think there's a wild card team coming out of the AFC East. I think the winner of the AFC East is the only team making it in, because you got the AFC North and the AFC West.
Yep.
That are those. They have every team in that division except for one is over 500 already.
Mm-hmm. I think they really just need to break down it to the AFC and the NFC, not north, south, or anything, and rank them like that. 1 through 7, the top 7 go, Be done with it. No 4 champions in the divisions.
Well, the issue is that I could see them splitting it half and half, like doing AFC East, AFC West, NFC East, NFC West, and then you have 2 divisions, and then the top 3 from each, and then the last one, or the top 2 from each, and then the top 3 after that. The issue is with 32 teams, if you did the AFC as one, the NFC as one, now the only teams in theory they're playing is 15 AFC teams and 1 NFC team, or vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
So you still have the schedule the same way.
But how would you determine the schedule? Because currently the schedule is based off the division they're in and the position in the division they finished the previous year. So every team plays
I know they were like the Patriots play Dolphins twice a year each year, plus the other 3.
Every team plays.
They play the AFC West. All of them play the AFC West, and then they play the NFC West or whatever.
Yeah. And then there's the other random games where they play the teams from certain divisions that finish the same spot they did.
You just do it randomly.
I mean, they could still keep the divisions, but make it with playoffs. You only look at the conference.
Okay,
They talked about that before, and then the issue is, well, there's no benefit to winning your division anymore.
Yep.
Yeah, well, then you better be better than everyone else in your damn conference, you bastards.
Yeah, but that's not But the thing is, in order the NFL wants that. Oh, they want those in-conference games to be more valuable.
Yep.
Than a standard game.
Yeah, I guess that's probably true.
So that's why they do that.
All right. So
there's a whole. If you really want to get into it, there's so many news articles about why they do it the way they do, and you could pretty much spend a month just searching and reading information about how it's set up, why it's set up that way, and why they want to keep it this way long term.
All right. So let's get to our favorite part of the night where Nate tells us a PSA.
I wrote it down this time. I wrote something
did.
so that way. Thick and Thin Sportscast does not support or advocate anyone to actually place monetary bets on anything we talk about on this show. This is only for entertainment purposes, as we are not professionals. Never bet money you cannot afford to lose. If you or anyone you know thinks they have or has a gambling problem, the national hotline is 1-800-522-4700. And it's 100% confidential, and it's available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you would like more information on this, you can go to www.ncpgambling.com.
All right, Jeremy.
So
I should save that for my a radio reel.
Yeah, you should.
You should just record yourself doing it, then you just hit play and just sit back and relax. Okay, so
I thought about doing that. Sorry, go ahead.
Last week we went 2-1, unfortunately.
Yep. Good thing we didn't parlay it.
Well, I told you from now on we'll just do 10 per bet, and we won't worry about a parlay unless for some reason we think, hey, we should parlay this week, and then we'll reallocate the amount of money, and
maybe when playoffs come.
Maybe.
All right.
Like I said, we'll do 10 per game and see how it goes. So last week, my first pick was Bengals -3.5 over the Lions. They covered that.
Yeah.
My second pick was the Cowboys -3 over the Patriots, which I was sweating bullets going towards the end of this game. Where all of a sudden, it's a pick six. I'm like, great. All of a sudden, next play, 75-yard touchdown pass. I'm like, what are you guys doing to me here?
Yeah.
It was the hardest game to watch. Because as a Patriots fan, I want the Patriots to win. But then I'm like, I know I picked the Cowboys to cover the 3-point spread. It was a very hard. So, and then it goes into overtime. I'm like, shit, the Cowboys are winning by 3. It's going to be a push, and we're going to lose anyways.
Yeah.
The Pats got defense, man.
They got to learn defense. And you know what the worst part is that when I was on my way up to make the bets, on the radio comes saying that to pick the Patriots with the +3, take the points, because they should win this game by more than a field goal. And it got down to the end. I'm like, oh my god, I should have bet the Pats too to win.
Hey, I'm better than the professionals who are listening to that.
Apparently.
Oh, you all should know something, so you don't feel so bad anymore. You can stop saying that, Jeremy. There's no such thing as a professional bettor. I mean, there's people that do it and take people's money to tell them what to do, but there's no degree in betting.
Smitty tried.
You get to learn how to be a bettor.
So I think next year I want to actually bet. I want to keep a running tally, document every pick, whatever day before the game, like Thursdays. I'll do it during the day, and then Sunday morning I'll pick all the games against the spread or whatever the current spread is, and see how I do for all the games throughout the entire season.
That's smart.
That'd be fun.
Because most professionals do every game throughout the entire season.
Yes.
And on average, I mean, the better ones are maybe 60%.
Yeah,
I believe, right,
60,
Nate?
65.
Like the
60% is average.
Yeah, 60% is like the high point for those guys against.
So pretty much any one of us can do it.
So essentially, I think if this was 2 years ago, but it was like 56% is where the professionals average that.
Yeah.
Yep. And then unfortunately, the last one I picked was Denver -3.5 over the Raiders. Unfortunately, I thought Denver could actually play football.
Yeah.
And we figured Oakland, after losing their coach and whatnot, that they'd be
Not all of us
a
figured
disaster. Hey, you picked Denver to beat Oakland.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
Well, we'll go over that in a few
Yeah,
minutes.
Yeah, let me phrase that. You picked Denver to beat the Raiders. Okay, so this week, I'm struggling here. So I have the Panthers -2.5 over the Giants.
Yep.
$100 would pay out 186.95. I got the Raiders -3 over the Eagles. $100 would pay out 195.23. And I'm torn on the last two here.
Wow. 15.5 points or 17.5 points?
So as common sense states, picking someone by more than 10 points is a very hard thing to do personally. Like as Nate knows, listening to SiriusXM, all the guys that come on talk about betting against spreads and whatnot. Once you get over that 10-12 mark, you're flirting with something that it's very hard.
What tends to happen is the team that's losing by 16 or whatever, or the team that's winning by 16, and there's 3 minutes left, they kind of just hold back and let the other team just kind of roll down the field and score a touchdown.
Yeah.
Exactly. You have a 2-3 touchdown lead. Also, all you're just doing prevent, and you don't care if they score a touchdown here and there.
Out time, let them get the ball. Yes. So that's why it's scary. I would not take either one of those bets. I would take the Lions or the Texans.
Yeah.
I would not take those points.
The one I'm actually more confident is the Cardinals one, which is the worst one. So that's why I don't like those two. I will try and find another one before we actually place our bets. But yeah, those two scare me. I don't like taking that kind of spread.
Yeah,
but
no.
The Rams over the Lions, that might be a pretty easy
Actually,
one.
you're right. If I was going to choose between, I'd pick the Lions to cover that spread. And I could, beat it.
No. I think the Lions are going to lose by more than that.
No, they're not.
No, not to the Rams.
I think
because you got to think.
I think the Cardinals are going to beat Texas by more than 18. So I think
but you got to think these are the quarterbacks that change teams.
Oh yeah.
So Stafford's going to be out for blood.
Yeah, they said that about what's his name.
Yeah, Brady didn't even cover the spread that week either.
Thank you. So.
Okay, so we want to go Cardinals then.
Cardinals would be
do what you
the
want to
better
do. I'm just
bet.
saying I would not pick the favorite in either one of those games.
Yeah, no. I would pick the Texans over with 17.5 points.
But I don't think you get the you don't get the money. You don't get the 19.9 if you pick the Texans.
You get close. It'll be like 18 something.
Hold on, wait. I'll tell you exactly what you get if you pick.
But it is the Cardinals, and oh my God.
Yeah, it is the Cardinals. I honestly think
that's so hard.
It's so many points.
Like they should beat them by like 20-something points, but
okay, I'm going to do what Nate does. I'm going to bow to your expertise in this bet.
So it's exactly the same payout if we picked Houston to cover that spread
Oh, that's messed up. That doesn't even help me. No.
It doesn't at all.
So, essentially, the Cardinals need to win, right?
By 18 points.
What if they go over 18?
Yeah,
anything above 18.
18 or more points.
They're going to win by at least 18?
Yeah.
Okay, let's make the bet.
Those are 3 bets then. $10 each.
I have more confidence in Cardinals beating Texans by 18 than I did the Lions by 16.
All right.
Beating the Giants by 2.5. Raiders beating the Eagles by more than a field goal.
Yes.
And the Cardinals beating the Texans by over 17.5 points.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to make that last.
Those all sound actually 100% plausible.
I'm going to go with this spread in the Rams-Detroit game.
All right.
This is like conservative picks. Like you guys, I was barely even listening to you guys talking about Cardinals and Texans. I don't even know who the other team was. But looking at this, I'm like, well, yeah. I mean, the Panthers are just barely better than the Giants. The Raiders are just barely better than the Eagles. And the Cardinals are significantly better than the Texans.
Yes.
So all these make sense.
Everyone else in the NFL.
Yeah. All right, Nate, you want to do the power rankings?
Sure, I can do that.
So we didn't update this from last week, so hopefully you didn't take what was here last week as the numbers.
Oh, I already went through it. So what I do is I keep 32 to 1 in the same place, and I just switch the names and then what their last week was.
Well, so we didn't update the last week on the spreadsheet.
Oh, yeah,
I got off the thing. Okay.
All right. So Houston is at 32 with a 1-5. They were at 30. The Detroit Lions are still defeated. They were 29 there, now 30.
It's pretty bad when a team that hasn't won a game is higher than a team that has.
Why do you think we're playing against the Texans?
A team that's not so much better, the New York Jets, they were 31 and now they are 30.
That was the other game I was looking at.
The Miami Dolphins are 1-5. They are now 29 from 28. Jaguars 28. They were 32, but because they beat the Miami Dolphins in England.
So apparently the Dolphins are pretty good if they can make the worst team in the NFL go all the way up to 28.
I mean, it's saying something when the 0-6 defeated Detroit Lions aren't considered the worst team.
Mm-hmm.
New York Giants last week 27, this week 27. What WFT 22-4 or 26 like last week. The Atlanta Falcons 25 and 25 again. The Eagles are 24. They were 20. Chicago Bears are still 23rd. The Seattle Seahawks moved up or back one spot from 21 to 22, while the New England Patriots sideswiped them and went into the 21 slot. The Denver Broncos are 20. They were at 19. The Carolina Panthers were at 14. They are now at 19. They are also 3-3. The Indianapolis Colts are 2-4. They were 24. They are now 18.
I don't understand.
The San Francisco 49ers are still 17. The Steelers are still 16. The Vegas Raiders went from 18 to 15. The Minnesota Vikings 3-3 are 14. They were 15. The Cleveland Browns, who are playing tonight, are at number 13, and they were number 9. The New Orleans Saints went from 11 to 12. The Cincinnati Bengals went from 13 to 11. Top 10. The Tennessee Titans are 4-2. The Kansas City Chiefs are 3-3. The Los Angeles Chargers are 4-2. The Los Angeles Rams are 7 at 5-1. The Green Bay Packers are 6, 5-1. Baltimore Ravens 3-1.
They're 5-1.
They're on a bye week.
They're 5-1.
Yeah, they're 5-1.
5-1. Okay.
Even if they had a bye week, they could have been
5-1. All right. Dallas Cowboys 4, 5-1. Tampa Bay 5-1, number 3. The Buffalo Bills are now 2 with a 4-2, and the Arizona Cardinals, who will definitely get over 18 points on whoever that other team was, is at number 1. Thank you.
Yeah, it's number 1 versus 32.
Because next week, as we know, they play not this next week, but they play Green Bay. So this is a trap game for them.
So you realize we're picking the number 1 ranked team in the NFL over the number 32 ranked team in the NFL by 17.5 points.
It still worries me. I almost don't want to make that one bet.
I'm telling you, those 3 picks are probably the most conservative picks Jeremy has made yet.
Yeah, probably.
All right.
And I have had 2 perfect weekends.
Yes. But usually you have a couple of bad ones in between.
Both we didn't bet on, though.
All right, so let's go over our fantasy league from this past weekend. The number one Muppets lost to injured reserves because of Monday night. One injured reserve had 167.81. The Muppets had 150.7. The
going into Monday night, she goes, there's no chance I'm winning.
Yeah.
And then, like, halfway through the game, she goes, I might win.
And then, what's her running back's name?
Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry made off with quarterback numbers.
That's Nate's scoring.
58 points
Lurch
for
just
Derrick
walked
Henry.
into Smitty's house.
Who did?
Huh?
You didn't hear Lurch opening that squeaky door in the Smitty's bed there?
I just ignore it now. The number 3 Dolphins lost to Ladies and Elements 222.84 to 118.04.
And it was the very last play of the very last game of the week, and it's only because it was in overtime.
Yeah. The number 5 Smitty top Nate Bottom beat the Purple Cobras 204.04 to 175.19. Jameis Winston, your time at number 6 beat the Implications 254.55 to 200.41. The Thick beat Lieutenant Dan's Magic Legs.
I was projected to lose that week.
Yes.
Just saying, Nate comes from behind. Watch your behinds.
Does Amanda know this? Is she excited by that?
She's excited
she
by
doesn't
it.
mind when I come from behind.
So
I
beat Lieutenant Dan's Magic Legs 184.45 to 172.35. This weekend, the number one after last week, number 1 is now injured reserve with 5-1. She is playing.
Is it? She has no team. She has you. She's you, Jeremy.
Somehow, Derrick Henry's carrying that team.
But so her team, her top few picks that are still producing tons of numbers aren't injured.
Yeah.
The rest of her team is.
Yeah.
That's how.
She got Derrick Henry carrying that team on his back, literally.
Yes. Derrick Henry is carrying her fantasy team along with the Tennessee Titans at the same time.
Yeah, I am playing her this week, and I'm at number 7 with 3 and 3.
Before we go any further, you realize Derrick Henry is number 1 in rushing yards in the NFL this season currently.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
His yards after contact is number 2 in rushing yards in the NFL this season. So he not only owns the total amount of rushing yards, he owns the second place is technically him with yards after contact. Before you have the number 3 the actual second running back of the league.
That's nutty.
So I
saw the stat today and I was dying laughing.
I'm at number 7, and I have a 3-3 record.
Take him down.
Dropping from number 1 to number 2, the Muppets. She is now at 4-2. She is playing the number 8 Purple Cobras, who are 1-5. Number 3, Ladies and Edelmans are 4-2. She is playing number 5, Smitty top, Nate bottom. You know what I find funny? All of our ladies are in the top 3, and we are not.
I am the top 4. But Smitty, I have an idea.
Like I said, all of our ladies are the top 4, but we are not.
Well, so if you realize, our ladies are 1, 2, 3,
yeah,
and we are 4, 5,
7.
It's Smitty 6, and 7.
Yeah. So the number 4, Jameis Winston, your time, is at 4-2. He is playing the number 6 Dolphins at 3-3.
Can you guys actually have a game this week? Or are you guys going to be too busy
making
love to each other?
What's funny is every season, Smitty and I go head to head in both leagues on the same week. So Matt LaFleur the Merrier is playing the Dolphins in the other league as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
I'm number 1.
We need that update.
And
I
then
think I'm number 2.
You are.
And at the bottom of
you
this
know what
week,
number 2 is first loser.
And at the bottom of our list is
likes
the
the
number
party.
9, the implication at 1-5 plan. Number 10, holding strong, Lieutenant Dan's Magic Legs at 1-5.
He does so many moves in the week.
Yeah.
Around trying to pick people up.
For someone out of the country, he probably spends more time doing fantasy stuff than anyone in the league, and he still can't do anything.
And
I told you, you guys were all busy picking running backs. I just kept picking receivers.
And that covers our fantasy league for this
You're number
week.
5. You're nothing. You're number 5, which means you're tied with other people, and you have as many points as them. That means they're not scoring.
I've gone up 4 slots in 2 weeks, so
I'm 1 win out of first place. That's all I know.
All right. So let's get to our picks. Chris never sent me in his picks, but because we as a group decided that he would pick the Pittsburgh Steelers, he ended up winning 2 games this past weekend.
Well, we know he probably would have picked.
Is this on the YouTube channel?
Yes,
It
this
is.
is on the
You can
YouTube.
open YouTube for this one.
All right, so the
What's
overall
crazy-
winners for this past week were Jeremy and Mo at 10 picks each.
I
So
think
the
this is the
funny-
3rd or 4th week in a row for me that I've gotten 9 correct.
So,
So the funny thing is, I did my picks live,
yeah,
and Sunday morning? I said, "Hey, I need your picks," and she went, "Well, okay. What are the games?" So I read her off the games.
yeah, and it was so nice that you put them in order for me.
Well, that was the thing. Like, I'm like, okay. So I pulled up the spreadsheet and I just did the home versus away part of it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, this versus this versus this. And she went through the list. And, we didn't even pick the same games different either. That's the funny part.
No.
So it's not like she went off of what I picked or anything. She didn't see this. I was like, oh, this versus this, this versus this, this versus this. As Smitty heard earlier, I just read her the game and she types the answer and texts it to me.
Oh, yeah.
So
Nate, Amanda, Gail, and I all went for 9, and Smitty brought up the rear of us with 8.
okay, so before we move on,
Yeah,
do we have a running total for the current year
We
since we
do.
are 6 weeks through?
we do. I'll get to that right after the game scores.
Okay.
So the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on Thursday night ended up beating the Philadelphia Eagles 28-22. The Miami Dolphins traveled all the way across the big pond to the Jacksonville
disappointed.
Jaguars and lost 20-23. The Minnesota Vikings traveled to Carolina Panthers, beating them 34-28. The Los Angeles Chargers lost to the Baltimore Rams 34-6. The Baltimore Ravens. The Los Angeles Rams beat the New York Giants 38-11. The Houston Texans lost to the Indianapolis Colts. So this score makes me feel a little better. They lost to the Indianapolis Colts 31-3. The Kansas City Chiefs beat the Washington football team finally in the second half of the game 31-13. The Green Bay Packers beat the Chicago Bears 24-14. The Cincinnati Bengals beat the Detroit Lions 34-11. The Arizona Cardinals beat the Cleveland Browns 37-14. The Dallas Cowboys beat the New England Patriots in overtime 35-29. The Las Vegas Raiders beat the Denver Broncos 34-24. The Seattle Seahawks lost to the Pittsburgh Steelers, and I think that was an overtime game, right? Sunday night?
Yes, it was. Overtime game.
Laughing at all the toilet humor that's all like accidental going on right now.
The Pittsburgh Steelers ended up winning 23-20. The Buffalo Bills lost to the Tennessee Titans in overtime 34-31 on Monday night. All right, so everybody wants to know where we are in the standings for how we picked so far?
Yes.
So, number 1 overall is actually Jeremy and Smitty with 59 correct picks at a 62.766%. This has been adjusted by games that they have missed, like everybody has missed so far, because Chris has missed some, Gail missed a week, Amanda missed a week, so I want to make sure everything was accurate by the games they actually picked.
That's very nice.
Following up with that,
I missed 2 games.
Hmm?
Never mind.
No.
Yep.
No,
nope,
you're in
go ahead.
second place.
Yep. Got it. Carry on.
So Mo has 3 correct. Is it number 3 with 58 correct picked with a 62.366%.
So we don't have to pick all the games, so I can just pick the games I know I'm gonna win and not pick any more.
If you're here, like they missed it for legitimate reasons, like children,
they
trying to fix the house.
Or they miss a week here and there, or they didn't get their picks in time, so they missed the first Thursday, those early Sunday
Thursday
games
night, the early Sunday morning,
early Sunday games, things like that.
Chris, so far, even though he missed last week, is sitting at number 4 with 60.976%. I am the first one to drop out of the 60% thing with 56 correct, with 59.574%.
And let's be honest, Smitty, it all matters about your total number of games chosen right at the end of the year. I don't care what your percentage is.
Yeah, and Gail actually managed the match me at number 5. Then we have Nate at number 7 with 57.447%. And then at the very rear...
I think if you missed games, that it should be zeros, and you didn't get that should affect your percentage.
No, because it's not how that works. Games are no picks are no picks, and it's just not a.
If you don't count against your percentages.
No, because it's percentage of games you pick correct.
Yeah, the issue is that in theory we should do a running total. Like you have to pick all the games in order to be on one list, and then you have the secondary list where people who miss games or whatnot.
So it's a percentage of the total games you actually picked. If you missed a game, it don't go in your percentage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Amanda brings up the rear with 56.098%. And so that's where we are at the standings.
Brings up the rear.
No, I don't. No, sir, I don't like it.
That's not what Amanda tells us.
Well, Amanda lies.
She was a woman.
All right, so this week we are picking. Nate is here to do it live.
I sure am.
Sunday. There's not an early game across the pond.
We are done with early. We are done with 4 games back to back on Sundays.
That's sad. Because it was nice to get home from Connor's football game and be able to turn on football right away. The Kansas City Chiefs are going to the Tennessee Titans. Nate, who do you want to go with?
I'm going with the Titans.
The Titans. The Chiefs should have enough to beat them. I'm going to go with the Chiefs.
I think the Chiefs are a mediocre team right now. They're a football team. They're not great. They're not bad. They're in the middle. Jeremy,
who are you going to go with?
So, interesting stat I heard today.
No one cares.
The Chiefs. You might find this one interesting.
I love Jimmy. When you talk, tell me things I didn't know before, and I'm like, I need to change my mind. So yeah.
So currently the Chiefs have this current season. The Chiefs have the most points per possession than any team in the NFL. They are currently second all time to points per possession through week 6 to a certain team. Can anyone guess what team that may be?
I'm guessing it's the Patriots.
This is ATP. We know that. So
yes, it's what year Patriots though?
That would have been the 2004.
Nope.
2016.
It was the Randy Moss year. I want to say was it 17 then? No, that would be 2015. 14.
Hey, try 2007, dumbasses.
$1.
2007, the year they went 18-1.
Oh.
So currently, the Kansas City Chiefs are scoring more points per possession than all except for one team in NFL history through 6 weeks.
So that means I'm the closest without going over, so I win.
I agree. All
right, Jeremy, who are you picking?
I'm picking the Titans.
All that just is pick the Titans. Chris isn't here, so we will go with Smitty.
The show is informational.
I hate this because after what the frick, King George is doing, but can it continue to do it? Because,
but Kansas City's defense is garbage. That's
I know.
Issue.
I mean,
I'm going with Tennessee.
I was say Aaron Rodgers keeps throwing it to Devontae Adams, and nobody stopped that yet. So how is anybody going to stop?
Nate, do you have Amanda's picks?
How many years straight did
I don't.
Brady throw to Edelman and Welker, and no one could stop that for
Yeah.
That's throwing. They can be in different parts of the field. When you run the ball, you're going to go left, right, or straight. And there's 7 people in front of you.
Jeremy, you don't happen to have a Mo's picks, do you?
I do, actually. Smitty
He does. I was there when she picked him.
And I read her off the games, and she picked every game.
All right.
So she is also going with the Titans.
She is also going with the Titans. All right. I get the next pick. The Washington football team is going up to Green Bay. Oh, this is not that hard. I'm going with Green Bay. Jeremy, who are you going with?
I'm going with the Fudge Packers.
Fudge Packers. Smitty.
Pack Fudgers.
Pack the Fudge.
Packers as well for Mo.
Mo went with packing.
Acme Packers.
So the Washington football team, Nate?
Acme Packers.
Acme Packers. Jeremy, you have the Cincinnati Bengals at the Baltimore Ravens. Ooh. This might be a good game.
This game hurts because if it wasn't in division, I'd go Baltimore without questioning it. But the fact these are in division teams, these teams, the NFC North or the AFC North, always play each other tough. No matter how crappy they are, they always play each other tough. I am actually going to go with the Bengals this week.
Go with the Bengals. All right.
Frickin' what's his name? Lamar Jackson's playing extremely well. Their defense. I gotta go with Baltimore. I don't want to go against the Bengals, but I got to go with Baltimore. It's like Chris said. I'm not Chris. What Jeremy said. This kind of like flip a coin.
Where's your quarter? Where's your quarter?
Yeah, I thought you had a quarter on your desk.
Yeah, I think I swallowed it.
It did do it well last time.
Jeremy, who's Mo going with?
She is going with the Bengals.
The Bengals. Nate, who you going with?
I thought this was an easy pick, but the more that these two over here keep talking, the more difficult this pick becomes.
Go with your gut.
My gut is saying the Ravens.
The Ravens?
Oh, that was a good touchdown if that got in.
Yeah, that's it.
All right.
We must be watching the same channel because we're like simultaneously the same thing.
Amazon Prime.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
No, Mo's on first.
What's on second?
I don't know.
Mo's on third.
No,
Yeah,
I don't know who's on third.
Well, who's the name that signs his check?
Who's on first?
Nice play by
I
that
am
linebacker.
gonna go.
That just got me points.
There you go.
I'm gonna go with the Bengals. I
Good
think the
pick.
Bengals are gonna take them. Smitty, you get the first pick. Oh, this should be an easy game for you. The Carolina Panthers are at the New York Giants.
Actually, I am gonna go with the Giants.
Giants. Jerry, who's Mo going with?
Stupid. I want to have a loss.
Which game are we looking at?
The Panthers, Giants.
She is going with Carolina.
Carolina. Nate,
Come
who
on,
you
we're
going
betting on Carolina winning this game. You realize
know.
that, right, Smitty?
No.
But now I'm starting to think about it. I think the Giants might win.
with? So who are you gonna go with, Nate?
Well, McCaffrey's out.
Oh.
Yes,
That's
but
all.
Barkley's
That's
out.
all that they have.
And they were really hot the first part of the season, and they just kind of simmered off. Of course,
Wait.
Giants haven't shown crap since
Yeah, who
forever.
do the Giants have?
Nobody.
Their quarterback is
got
really good.
tight end guy, Ingram or whatever his name is.
They have a better quarterback.
Do they?
I think. Yeah, I think he's better than.
Is he though?
Yeah.
The quarterback's name is what, Vince Young, right? No,
Daniel Jones.
I know. Oh,
Yeah.
is he related to Mac?
No.
I'm gonna. Oh fuck!
Meeny, meeny, miny, mo.
I'm taking the Giants.
Nate is going with the Giants. I am going with the Carolina Panthers. Jerry, who are you going with?
Going with Carolina.
Going Carolina.
I
got
go with my
myself.
bets.
All right. Mo technically has this first pick. The Atlanta Falcons are going to Miami. Who's Mo going with?
She's going with the Fins.
She's going with the
Oh,
Fins.
she's not smart.
Nate, who you going with?
I agree.
The Finns.
You need to start having faith in the team that played last year.
I'm going with the Atlanta Falcons. Jerry, who you going with?
You know, this game should be an easy choice, but it's not.
They're just awful teams, so.
Yeah, when you get two crappy teams together, it kind of makes it more.
Well, remember earlier in the sportscast, we were discussing the 6 worst teams in the NFL? Well, those were 2 of them.
Exactly. I'm going to go with. See, I think if the issue is that if Miami makes a trade and Tua is out, I think Miami loses. But if Tua is still there, I think they win.
They won't make the trade before Sunday.
No,
they got November 2nd. It won't happen
until a couple weeks.
So I'm gonna go with Miami.
Miami. Smitty, are you going with Atlanta?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
No, I'm Dolphins. You know, if I'm never here, you just say the Dolphins. It's all good.
It's like Chris going with the Steelers because of
Matter of fact, if I ever miss not giving my picks, Dolphins and then whoever's at home, just do that.
Okay. Nate, the New York Jets are at New England.
Why does that seem harder to me than I thought it was when I first saw it?
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Patriots.
Patriots.
The Patriots too, but I need to go get a beer. You guys are taking too long tonight.
Yeah, the Patriots. After this last weekend in a game they should have won, I am definitely gonna go with the Pats this week. Jeremy is going with the Pats. Smitty, who you going to go with?
I'm going with the Pats.
Gonna go with the Pats.
We all can lose together.
Mo usually goes with the Pats, but I can't trust that, so
I almost feel like this is a Gale pick where she just picks the Jets just to be an ass and they actually win.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did it last time they won.
Jeremy.
And Mo picked the Patriots as well.
She picked with the Pats. I had a feeling she did, but I just want to make sure. All right.
Yeah, I know. That's why I tried to rush back.
I have the Philadelphia Eagles at the Las Vegas Raiders. I ain't going to go with the Raiders. Apparently, the head coach was the problem. Jeremy, who you going to go with?
I'm also going with the Raiders because apparently John Gruden was the issue that was holding them back.
Smitty, who you going to go with?
I'm going with the Raiders because apparently the coach over there was giving a lot of issue with the team.
Did you guys see the news? The article that one of the ex-head cheerleaders for Washington was calling out the NFL for singling out John Gruden.
Really?
And releasing the emails.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I saw that earlier. I'm like, wait, what? So they gave her name. It's like, oh, this person's calling out Washington for singling out Gruden and releasing the emails. And I look at, former head cheerleader for the Washington Redskins. I'm like, oh, whoa, okay. Now
this does not.
Now it's getting interesting.
Opinions of this show, but Jason D. Smith thinks that's because she is probably dating John Gruden.
Isn't?
Jerry, who did Mo go with?
But that doesn't matter.
Yes, as you know, NFL coaches, it does not matter.
Jerry, who did Mo go with?
Which game we on? We're on the
Raiders, Eagles.
She won Raiders.
Raiders. Nate, who you going to go with?
So I don't know if you guys heard, but it appears that the Raiders' former head coach was the problem.
No, I do not think we heard this one.
I wasn't sure if this was new knowledge to anybody, so I'm going to take the Raiders.
Going with the Raiders. All right, Jerry, you got the first pick. The Detroit Lions are at the Los Angeles Rams.
You know.
Ram. Car Ramrod?
I'm going with Car Ramrod.
Car Ramrod.
I mean, we didn't bet that game, so.
I was about to say Car Ramrod before you just said it, too.
Smitty.
Ram, whatever that is.
You didn't say it, though. You got to say it.
As Farmer once said, it's call Car Ramrod. Call it Car Ramrod.
Car Ramrod?
Yep.
I forgot. Who did Mo go with?
She also went with the Rams.
Also the Rams. Nate.
I agree.
You ramming it up?
Yeah.
And so
gotta ram it up somewhere.
That's what she said. Smitty. The Chicago Bears are going down to the nice, sunny Tampa Bay, Florida.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay.
The team that you
So
don't like to
excited.
pick that's also in Florida. Jeremy, did she believe in Brady?
She always believes in Brady.
Nate, how about you? He's over there like, I really don't want to pick this game.
Well,
His
the
approach
issue
to
is
get the better of him,
the,
just
the,
like
the
mine did.
issue is he doesn't mind the Bears.
No,
He
I hate the
hates-
Bears.
He hates
I
the
hate-
Bears.
But he hates
But he-
Brady more.
No,
Yeah,
actually, I hate the Bears more, and that's the problem. I'm going with the Bears.
you're going with the Bears.
I think the Bears defense might cause some problems.
Mike.
It's amazing the lies we tell ourselves.
Wait. So if you recall, about 18 years ago, one younger quarterback juked out probably one of the best linebackers in Bears history.
Aaron Rodgers?
No.
Nobody knows what a quarterback did 18 years ago to a defensive player of the Bears.
Favre to Brian Urlacher.
It was Brian Urlacher. You're one out to go on this one.
Nobody.
I was gonna say 18 years ago, Aaron Rodgers wasn't playing in the NFL. I hate to tell you.
Yeah.
No, that's why I went
Wasn't
with
that
Favre.
Brady that did that?
It was on one of the most. Everyone thought he was sliding, including Urlacher, and he even came out saying, "I thought he was just going to slide,
Yeah.
so I wasn't going to hit him and get the 15-yard penalty."
I am going to go with Tampa Bay. Jeremy, who are you going to go with?
I'm also going with Tampa Bay. The issue is that spread's kind of steep.
What's the spread on
Not
that
bad.
one?
I think it's like 12.5, maybe.
Oh, jeez.
was
All
also-
right.
Double check.
That
So,
the
Jeremy.
Bears are kind of like herpes, that they just kind of show up when you don't want them to. That's what's going to happen in
Do,
this.
do you know from personal experience?
They make a pill for that. You
I told him all about it.
So, Jeremy, Mo has to
Where'd
pick
you
between
got it
the
from?
Houston Texans and the Arizona Cardinals.
12 is the split on that one. Hold
Yeah.
on. And you said
So, Mo has to pick between the
she's
Houston.
picking Arizona.
Are you sure? Houston looks pretty good. Nate?
What, as a college team?
So I don't know if you all heard this or not, but I heard the former starting quarterback for the Texans is the problem. So I'm going with Arizona.
I am also going with the undefeated Arizona team.
No. The former quarterback for the Texans is the solution,
Yes.
not the problem. So
Oh,
I'm also going
yeah.
with Arizona.
Technically, all alcohol is a solution.
Exactly.
Jeremy, who are you going to go with?
I just said I'm going with Arizona.
Oh.
Did you
Smitty.
not follow the whole?
Are you going to go with the Texans? Be different?
I'm not sure if y'all heard, but the quarterback over in Arizona is not a problem. I'm going with Arizona.
All right.
No, he is a solution.
He is a solution. Nate, you have the Indianapolis Colts going to San Fran.
This is a hard game.
It really is.
Is Garoppolo hurt yet?
Garoppolo's back. He's
Ah.
playing. He's playing.
I was gonna say he's been hurt like 10 weeks out of the year already.
Yeah.
But he's no, I don't know. Is he starting? But he's supposed to be back to play. He's supposed to be starting.
I'm gonna go with the Colts.
The Colts. Mm.
Nick, can your team please stop scoring?
Which one?
I don't know. Whoever got you 30 points already.
That would probably be the Browns.
The Browns.
I
Boys.
am going to go with the
Oh.
Niners on that one. Jeremy,
So
who you
what
going to go with?
Did picked
I'm
up
going with the Colts.
Colts.
Johnson, who
I
is
saw that.
starting quarterback or running back for them right now.
And he's about to go score another touchdown.
Oh, I fucking hope so.
Smitty, who you going to go with?
Oh, who was the team?
Oh,
We got the
What?
Indianapolis Colts and the San Francisco 49ers.
I'm gonna go with the
If
Colts.
he
Colts.
follows that line right there, he's in.
If he just swept it further to the left, he would have had it.
Well,
Everybody-
if he stayed right and actually followed the line blocking. he
What'd you like to
probably
say, Nate, about ifs?
If it's in butts for candy and nuts, we'd all have a Merry Christmas.
could've-
Yeah.
Mo picked the Niners.
Mo picked the Niners. At least I'm not all by myself. All by myself.
You know, I almost sent that in like a song to the group chat of me just sitting here waiting for you guys to get on to the call.
So I have the New Orleans Saints going to Seattle. I am going to go with, this is awful. Is he going to throw for 10 interceptions this game? That is my question. But
no.
I ain't going to go with the Saints. Jerry,
and Drew Brees, we trust. Oh, wait.
Drew Brees isn't playing no more. He's a telecaster.
I was going to say, Drew Brees is doing the games nowadays.
Yeah.
You can still trust in him. He does a good job
He
broadcasting.
actually does a really good job broadcasting.
His hair grew back, too.
Yes. Yes, it did. Jerry, who are you going to go with? The New Orleans Saints or the Seattle Seahawks?
I'm going with the Saints.
Going with the Saints.
I've seen Geno Smith way too many times. I do not trust him.
Smitty, are you going to trust the Seattle Chickens?
Oh, no way. No. Go with the Saints.
Oh, my God.
I think he's down. I think he was down at the 1.
Jerry, who did Mo go with?
Oh, hold on. The Saints. You'll understand why we're me neither. If you're watching the game, you'll understand what 30 seconds.
I had to change the channel.
Oh, I picked the Saints.
I got to miss past this one. All right, going to the Saints.
Yeah, you'll see the next play.
All right. Now we have next Thursday night.
He's down before the ball pops out.
Yep.
All right. So next Thursday night, Jeremy, the Green Bay Packers are at the Arizona Cardinals. Ooh.
That's a Thursday night game?
That's a Thursday night game.
Okay, you'll be at my house, Nate, watching that game with me.
I will be, yes.
Oh, you guys gonna be there streaming from there again? Are we gonna do this? Are we gonna be on Thursday night?
That's close.
I'm planning on it. Smitty says that he isn't going to be on it, but I told him, I go, do you really think that you're going to be able to not jump on a podcast if I'm podcasting on Thursday night? And he's like,
so you're going to be here. So you're saying I got to drive up there and podcast as well?
Yes.
Though Smitty might be in for a treat on Friday.
Ooh. Are you bringing lady friends?
No, I actually.
Are you bringing guy friends?
It might be the first time he has seen me in a military uniform in probably like 9 years.
Oh, you're dressing. Yes. Are you gonna wear your sexy dress blues?
Oh, hell no! God, no. But I am gonna wear my regular uniform there.
So Jeremy, you have to pick Packers or Cardinals.
I'm gonna take Arizona. You always pick the home team on Thursday nights.
Why did that?
Is that a thing? Is that a real thing, or is that just something you made up just now?
No, I think it's you just made up now.
Go back and look the Thursday night winners, home team versus away. It's staggering.
Well, yeah, probably because they don't have to travel. There, yeah, that makes sense.
All right, Smitty, who are you gonna go with?
No travel.
Smitty.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was thinking about not picking Arizona.
Are you gonna
Arizona
repack
can't
that?
go undefeated.
Yeah, but are the Packers really gonna beat them on a Thursday night?
I don't. If anybody's gonna beat them in the first half, it's gonna be the Packers.
Yeah, but who's gonna beat them in the second half of the game?
I'm just thinking. Okay, I'm right now going with Arizona's offense versus Green Bay's defense, and Green Bay's offense versus Arizona's defense. I think Green Bay's offense can take Arizona's defense.
Yeah, but
round two, so it's gonna be a close game. I need my.
Your flipper.
I don't have a quarter, so I have them flip this beer bottle cap. Heads is home. Who's home?
Arizona Cardinals.
I'm going to Arizona.
All right. Turn. Do you have Moe's?
Arizona.
Nate. Are you gonna pick the team you own or the team that's gonna beat your team?
I'm itchy. Fuck.
Don't do it, Nate. Go with your heart, man. Go with your heart. Get the win no one else is going to get.
I'm going to go with Green Bay.
Damn right.
At least we know Nate's going to have one loss on that week.
Or Nate's gonna have that 1 point that makes
one win. I'm hoping.
Is this kind of like a Gale picking the New York Jets to win kind of week? You're hoping for?
Well, see, I like Arizona. I like Green Bay. They're both great teams. I really don't know who's going to win, and I think Arizona got to lose at some point. And if Green Bay is a good team, they can do it. So.
Well, I'm gonna go with the undefeated Arizona Cardinals because they show up in the second half, and the Packers defense doesn't. So that's where I'm gonna go with. And we are going to save that, and we are all done with our picks till next week.
Oh, shit. Kate, can you go back for me real quick?
Oh, you want me to go back?
Yeah.
You want the picks?
I do.
What, the Thursday night or the week 7s?
Week 7.
You want week 7?
Man, is center picks in?
No, he's taking a picture for her.
Well, I'll just take a picture for me.
Ah.
Well, I'll do that too, I guess. I like to know what I have.
You know, you can just go pull up the YouTube and just do a screenshot, right?
That's right.
All right, guys.
That's why go back for me. And I just.
I watch my games on my computer. I sit there, I took on YouTube, and I turn it on, the show, and go all the way to the picks, and then watch the games and look at the picks.
I always say I'm going to, and I'll pull up the picks and I'll take a screenshot. And that's as far as I go. I never cross anything out.
Yep.
Smitty, is that your version of matching up Dark Side of the Moon to the Wizard of Oz?
Yes.
Kind of. Yes. Sure enough.
I've always wanted to do that, actually.
You can actually buy the dubbed over versions of the movie.
Oh, I'll
already synced it up with the music. Yeah.
Huh. That'd be cool. All right, guys. Anything else we want to go over before we get out of here for the night? Oh, and the Bills, Cowboys, Jaguars, Chargers, Vikings, and Steelers all have a bye week this week.
Okay, Nate, this one's for you. In NFL history of Thursday Night Football since 2006, home favorites have dominated, going 59, 36, and 2.
Wow.
Home favorite teams that were favored at home or because they were home?
Home, I think teams that are favored at home on Thursday night.
Okay, so they weren't favored at home. They weren't that good. Okay.
And actually,
Arizona's gonna be favored at home.
And actually, during the other games, the visiting team the last 2 seasons has the higher record,
except for Thursday night.
Yep.
All right.
You said 58 and 36.
59 and 36 and 2.
Wow.
Okay, so it's 38 if you have those ties. So 59, 38. That means 21 times the visiting team won, and 39 times the visiting team lost.
You're 62% more likely to win on Thursday night at home than you are if you're visiting.
Dude, I want to change my pick to Green Bay.
Too late.
Damn.
All right. I think that's all she wrote.
I agree.
Bye, everybody.
Later, Taters.
folks.
So long, children.